Hello, 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 and welcome back to DLA Alternative. It's your boy Brandon, and I hope everyone is doing phenomenal as always. This is going to be a short and sweet one for you guys, and this is based off another comment from one of our family members. So keep subscribing, keep liking, and following this journey because, yes, I do shout out my subs and my family members, and I do give you guys the motherfucking credit you deserve for helping me with these ideas and these theories, because without you guys, I would not be able to keep thinking of all of these ideas. Trust me, it is throwing my mind on a clusterfuck, but I am doing it for you guys because you guys love it so much, so thank you. But this is going to be based off a comment from Christina Rubio 8328, and basically this was a comment on the Who's Lying to Mike Wheeler video. And in this video we talked about how Will and Eleven have two different stories about this painting that Will was doing. Eleven basically told Mike in her letter that she was not able to see that painting because Will would not let her. Yet in that Byler conversation between Will and Mike, Will says that it was all Eleven's idea on what he should put in that painting. So who is fucking lying to Mike? And most of you have all agreed with my mindset that yes, Will is lying to Mike. However, there are a lot of people thinking that it's strictly because of his feelings for Mike and that he loves Mike and all this shit. However, you're missing the fact about that conversation and that lie. That lie, yes, could have been about feelings, and yes, I think it was partially about Will's feelings, okay, and who Will is truly. However, you're missing the fact that he lied about the painting and that it was Eleven's idea. Okay, he gave credit to Eleven for the idea, but not for the painting, obviously. And obviously, Mike would have known that it's not Eleven who painted that shit. But the thing that's interesting is we do see Eleven make a diorama, and she basically is making it, and that's her form of art. Okay, and we see that. We see what she basically has in there, that she is somewhat detailed, but not that much. Okay, if that was Eleven's idea for that painting, that is a very intricate and unique and detailed ass design in order to tell Will to draw that. Okay, so I really doubt that Eleven told him to draw that with how intricate, and Will knew exactly what to say to Mike, what everything meant and why it had meaning and all of this, okay? Eleven did not fucking tell him that. And there's proof of that because of Christina Rubio putting this idea in my head. Basically, in Christina's comment, she talked about the fact that we do see that painting with Eleven and Will at one point in time. And that is at the airport when they pick up Mike at the airport for the first time, okay? And that's when they're first back together, the three of them. That's the first time we see the three of them together again in person, out of Hawkins and all that shit. And nothing's really going wrong at this point. Everything is perfect. Eleven's happy. Will is extremely happy. And then Eleven walks up to him and they hug and they kiss and all that shit. And Will kind of makes a weird look, you know, Byler fans. I already know Byler fans hate that shit. So trust me, I get it. But then Will walks up to him and he's about to give Mike a hug, okay? And Mike's a little awkward about it, all right? Because, you know, maybe they haven't hugged in the past and their friendship doesn't involve hugging. I mean, you don't really see those boys hugging at all, okay? So if you truly think about it, maybe Mike was just caught off guard and he really didn't know what to expect. So he tries to give him a handshake and all that stuff. And then he asks what's in Will's hand and what's that. And Will does not show him that painting. However, if Mike would have given him that hug, would Will have given him that painting right in front of Eleven? That's the question. So I want to know your thoughts down in the comments. If Will was about to give that painting to him, Eleven would have seen that. And if it was Eleven's idea, wouldn't you think that maybe she would still want Will to show him that painting even though he didn't want to? So that should confirm right there that Eleven has nothing to do with that fucking painting at all, because Will did not show him. And if that was Eleven's idea, no doubt in my mind, she would have said, no, Will, show him right now, because she would have wanted Mike to see it. So that should confirm that Eleven has nothing to do with that painting at all. So why is Will lying about that painting, okay? And yes, it could strictly be, like I said earlier, about his feelings, but he gives Eleven credit for the idea of the painting, for the thought of what's in it, okay? And that really doesn't have a lot to do with love type feelings, except for the heart, okay? And that's just a symbol. And he basically even says that you're the heart, that you lead our group. And that's why Mike is the heart of that group, because he is like their leader, all right? So basically, Will does say that that's why the heart portion is in there, is because he's their leader. It's not because of love. So what about that painting gives Will a reason to have to lie to Mike and then give 11 credit? Why does he want to give 11 credit for the idea of what's in there? And that's their group fighting a big ass fucking dragon, three-headed dragon, whatever the fuck it's called. Why would he give 11 that credit? And we already know that Will's drawings show a lot of mystery, like I said in part 1 of this. Will's drawing have a lot of answers, in my opinion, and that's going to connect to other theories. So I want to know your thoughts about this. Is what is Will lying about, and why does he have to lie to Mike about it being 11's idea about them fighting off a big dragon? Why can't it be his idea? It makes no sense, because if you really think about it, if Will would have said, yes, that was my idea, Mike probably wouldn't have thought that, oh yeah, that's a symbol that something bad is going to fucking happen, okay? And I'm sure that's what most of us think, is that that painting is going to show a lot of what could be happening in season 5. But Will is the one that's into Dungeons and Dragons, and so is Mike, and that's what that painting resembles, is somewhat like a Dungeons and Dragons battle, okay? 11 knows nothing of fucking about Dungeons and Dragons. So where the fuck did she come up with that idea to put all that shit in that painting? And my point is I want you to keep your mindset out of the whole Love and Byler stuff. I'm all for it, people. I'm not against it, whatever. I agree with everybody who loves this show and all the thoughts that go into this show. It has nothing to do with that. But you need to keep your mindset strictly based off of, why does Will need to lie about what's in that painting and that it was his idea? Why the fuck is Will lying to Mike Wheeler, people? This is going to hurt things for Byler. Let me know your thoughts, people. I love all of you. I love all the Stranger Things fans of the world. And thank you for all the positivity and comments. And thank you to everyone who keeps subscribing, liking, and following that journey. I love each and every single one of you. Much love. It's your boy Brandon, DLA Alternative. And you already know, we out.